The governor's wife's earrings and necklaces were also not traced. They couldn't be found. In other words, those operatives stole these earrings and necklaces.
See, I am national security for trend and more trend than a day, a 20 child cry. Because a no ya net is on a walk or choke at a chair free far. I won't send Simbi Brana, you don't conform the brave pa. I'm a finally, or much as on my release at a chair FIFA. Now, based on the fact, say, or much as say, at the chair FIFA, that's for my arrest in him. They were trying to protect him from Kofi or my mother say, on the bonnet. Now, I don't know as they say how. We protect Toby, but the real buying a Rambo star, but check at the chair FIFA day. It doesn't mean say you were trying to protect him. Now, I know a year after Markins, minority leader. About didn't send me able to drive for national security or what you say. Say if you send this for bar power, no national security no, or more abuse of power too much. I said, oh, yeah, and maybe I'm an abroso. Now, the crime fast on what she at the chief fee. And you quite be an aircraft papa. Never mind, some back with the back of pounds on the say. Former Bank of Ghana, a governor, a fee. The national security for our prayer. What you must even the era summa, dear earrings crown, national security for an upper to the area. Now, or can't you say, na kwaya say national security for him say akatua kromo libi. It is so when your operation be say ya, no matter taking it to the advantage, no matter for who we are nema, or Mako sika. Or Kofi or Moko inspect a former Bank of Ghana, a governor, if you know. Or from where we are the sika. No more you sika from Vanquay, Negila Soma, the answer, what's maybe an Erasma, the account. After the market, the same be now to the Uncle put in some now. After you buy any be, you buy that one some lesson.
For the governor, some 10,000 cedis on his bed could not be found. So some of these hungry party foot soldiers that they use, who parade themselves as national security operatives, after all, perhaps not even being paid, and they use this opportunity to steal. The governor's wife's earrings and necklaces were also not traced. They couldn't be found. In other words, those operatives stole these earrings and necklaces. Ghana is a mature democracy, and we should do better. 3 cars, official vehicles of the governor were also taken away, only to be informed later that they've been parked somewhere, so he should send his drivers to go and pick them. Around 4:30, a call came from this same Richard Japa. Now, the question is, why this? Like we indicated earlier, our country has no room for lawlessness. These actions undermine democracy and weigh down investor confidence. If you have people investing in your country and they see these things happening to appointees, obviously it will lead to capital flight. Even the citizens of Ghana will not feel safe. They will withdraw from the financial sector. They will not keep their money here, and that would affect governance and the growth of our economy. We call on government to quickly bring a stop to these dastardly acts. These acts of intimidation and terror are relics of the past. They have no place in our democracy. Soon it could lead to some self-protection mechanisms from citizens and people whose lives and property feel threatened. We are a nation of laws. Even legitimate investigations or inquiries should be done in accordance with the law. We are not against accountability, but we are against human rights abuses and lawless conduct and excesses of the security operatives of the state. NDC should not reduce this country to a lawless state where people believe they can take the law into their own hands and intimidate others. Today, they have 187 seats and they have the presidency. They should not forget. Now, not long ago, we had 169 and also had the presidency. They shouldn't forget that not long ago, they had 133 seats and we had only 61 seats when we had a 200-member chamber. They should not forget that within 4 years, our 61 increased to more than 100 seats and we were in majority in this chamber. This vicious cycle of using power to intimidate must cease. I conclude by calling on President John Dramani Mahama. We know him as a moderate politician, respected politician. He served his country, had a first term, lost elections. The Ghanaian people have given him another mandate to do his final term, which is a constitutional power mandate given him. He should leave a legacy. Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, please leave a legacy. Let it be said that even if there were excesses in the exercise of executive power, when you had the opportunity, you changed it for good and own that legacy in your name, Your Excellency. We're tired of the intimidation, the attacks, and the hypocrisy. We were told that Jakwe's first attack on Kenoforiata was not authorized. Today, the same Jakwe leading armed police, armed military, and so-called party thugs who parade on the streets of Accra as security operatives, terrorizing and traumatizing a respected Ghanaian citizen who has dedicated the better part of his life to serve his country. Now, to Dr. Addison's dear wife, we say to you that take it easy. God be with you and your entire family. In fact, let me add that I visited the family last night around 10:30 p.m. I was with them. Dr. Addison himself, though traumatized, was hearty and he's taking things easy. I went round, saw the property, and in fact, also had the opportunity of visiting his office where the CCTV monitor was. And it was unfortunate the way Jakwe and his men carried themselves, dismantling the CCTV monitor. If indeed they knew that they were on a lawful path, why dismantle the CCTV monitor? Why take the monitor away and all? I believe that we don't need this as a country. Meanwhile, we also want to register these protests regarding the arrest of Oketechie Afrifa Mensah last night. Although he was released last night, we strongly protest his arrest by state security operatives in that Rambo style. Let's enforce the laws with a human face. We rest our case. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who does the tree? Who is the tree man? Who is doing the tree? It's okay. You need the tree.
Okay.